Hello and thank you for watching my video. Today I'm going to talk about a feature of Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns. Something that's come in, but not come in just for Heart of Thorns, come in for the whole world of Tyria. And that is the change to Defiance. That's right, a small tweak that's changed the gameplay for a lot of people. So Defiance, for those people that weren't sure about it, what it was when you were fighting, for example, a champion or a big boss, they would have a Defiance bar or a Defiance number. And this would be how many stuns it would take to actually remove that Defiance from the actual boss. For example, let's take my Trin in the Fractals. She would have, for example, 5 Defiance. Now, a skill that would take away one of the Defiance bars would be, for example, ISPO skill 5, which was the Deep Freeze. You could have the Ranger, the shot, the arrow that actually flings a character away. And there are a number of different other ones. For example, the Guardian skill 5 on the staff, which actually lays down the line of warding. If a character crossed that, they would get a removal of 1 stack of stability, of Defiance, sorry. And this was a bit of an issue because no matter what your stun, you would only remove 1. And in a big Zerg, if you're fighting, for example, the Dwayne statue, that would initially have 40 stacks of Defiance, when you're all removing stacks, it is impossible to actually know that you're going to get that final one. Because everybody's removing it. You could have a thief that's going really quickly removing a load of Defiance, and then you'd have a ranger that would point blank shot, and bam, the Dwayne statue got flings across the map. That's not what you wanted. You wanted it to get a deep freeze on the Dwayne statue to stun her for 4 seconds. 4 or 5 seconds. What they've done is something really, really good. They brought in a bar. Now this Defiance bar actually goes down. So it starts off full of blue, and every skill that you do, be it like deep freeze, it would actually take out a chunk of the boss's Defiance bar. So, for example, let's look at Fractals again. In Cliffside Fractal, when you start off, you have the legendary Arch Divinia, and the first thing you do, you fire your Deep Freeze, boom. It actually reduces the Defiance bar by 50%. Cool. Okay, and then you need some few other different skills. And this is what's brilliant about the change of Defiance. It's actually encouraging players to bring in new skills, and skills that wouldn't generally be needed in PvE. So let's take, for example, a new elite specialization, the Berserker. One of its elite skills is the elite skill, the Headbutt. I think it's the Headbutt that actually causes a stun for 3 seconds on your opponent, and it actually stuns yourself. Well, I was like, well, why are you going to need this? Why would you ever want to stun yourself? And this is the thing. It's a big removal of Defiance. ISPO skill 5, I've mentioned, but let's also talk about the Revenant. It's a character I've been playing a lot, particularly on Staff Revenants. The skill 5 is this massive whirl through enemies that knocks back foes, like in a big bowling ball. But if you do this on an enemy, on a boss with Defiance, boom, you can strip a lot of Defiance from an enemy. It is a really, really good system. And what happens when you actually remove that Defiance, the enemy boss is stunned. At this point, it becomes extremely vulnerable, and you can do a lot of extra damage to an opponent while they're stunned. There are actually some opponents in the world of Tyria, in the Heart of Thorns, that actually, if you remove all the Defiance, they die. That is a good system that they've decided to bring in. So for me, the changes to Defiance have been a real improvement. Not only that, you can actually time it and basically give... So it doesn't matter if you want to stun them, if you want to freeze them, if you're a thief and you're doing small little attacks. Everything actually contributes to removing that Defiance. And it means you can keep up with these skills, because the more Defiance removed, then you actually can attack the boss and get those big cleaves down. It does then build up and up and up, and you can't actually remove that Defiance until it reaches the full blue Defiance bar again, and then you can strip it away. But for me, the Defiance bar and the changes to the Defiance system have been a phenomenal improvement, and actually feels like the whole gameplay in fighting these bosses is much more enjoyable. And it actually makes it a lot more strategic, and actually it brings in a lot more skills into the world of Tyria, and to the players, it gives them the option to take these stun breakers and these stuns to actually remove the Defiance. So for me, this is why I wanted to bring this to you guys. It's a small change, but it's made a big difference to the world and the game. Let me hear your thoughts, guys, on Defiance. Do you feel that Heart of Thorns is, the changes to that has actually made differences in the world of Tyria? Do you feel that your gameplay has actually changed a little bit with the Defiance? Are you using new skills? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.